Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Brianna. I'm pretty excited for today's video because we're going to be recreating 3 hairstyles from the movie K-Pop Demon Hunters. This is a new movie on Netflix. It's been out for a little bit. I still haven't seen it, but I have heard that it's really good. And I've been getting a lot of requests on my TikTok to recreate these hairstyles. And I kind of figured why not do a tutorial for you guys as well, long form, so you know exactly what to do and how to do it. I know sometimes in my TikTok videos, the tutorials can get a little bit lost in translation because I'm not actually speaking or explaining what I'm doing. I'm more so just showing you what I'm doing. So this video will be for all of you who need to get more visual plus vocal explanation as to how I'm recreating these hairstyles. So these are the 3 hairstyles that we're going to be recreating today. We're going to be starting with this hairstyle first, and all you're going to do is start by sectioning your ponytails, sectioning your hair to be put into ponytails later. I'm going to start at the top of my head, and I'm going to take my comb and bring it down at a diagonal angle to where my ear is, like this. I'm just going to take a clip and clip that out of the way, and I'm going to do the same thing on the top. And I'm going to start on the same side as the other side. I'm going to start at the same spot on the other side, so that way they're even sections. So I just tied the rest of my hair into a ponytail so that way it's out of the way. And I'm going to start with this section, and I'm just going to take a section of hair and we're going to leave that section of hair out. And then you can take your comb or your brush and just comb the hair back. It's not very much hair, so it shouldn't really take too much. And then you're going to just secure the hair with an elastic. I'm using an elastic so that way we can wrap the hair around the elastic to cover it in a moment. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. The same amount of hair on this side. And I'm going to use my comb to smooth the hair a little bit, and then take the elastic and just tie the hair with an elastic. Okay, so once you have your 2 ponytails, we're just going to take a tiny piece of hair, and you're going to use that piece of hair to hide your ponytail. Then you're going to take a bobby pin, and you're just going to bobby pin the hair in place. So that is your first side complete. It's just so that way your ponytail is hidden so it doesn't look like this. So you're wrapping the hair around the ponytail, and then you're going to take your bobby pin and then secure it in place. And that is the completed look. As I said, it was super easy, and you can use it with your hair texture or straight hair. It's cute, it's simple. What more could we ask for, really? This is the next hairstyle we're going to be recreating. We're going to start by parting our hair directly down the middle all the way to the back. So we are creating 2 sections. We're going to tie them into low ponytails. So you can use an actual ponytail, and tying it right behind my ear. And you want to tie it pretty tight so that way nothing moves when we create the braid. And we're going to do the same thing over on this side. Just brushing your hair and then tying it again right behind our ear. Try and make sure that your ponytails are the same height so they don't look loopy. These are my bangs that are naturally coming out. I don't think I'm going to style my bangs to the front. I'm just going to leave them how they are. If you have bangs and you want to style them to the front, you definitely can. If you don't have bangs, you can also just leave out any curtain bangs or any front pieces to go with this hairstyle, and it'll look just as cute. We're going to start by creating a braid, and we're going to make sure that the braid goes all the way to the bottom of our hair, and then we're going to create a little braided bun like she has. She has 2 braided buns. Once you get to the bottom, you're just going to take an elastic and you're going to tie the hair, and we're doing the same thing over on this side. You want to make sure that your sections are even so that way your braid also turns out as even as possible. You also want to make sure that you're keeping your braid quite tight. We don't want a loose braid. Then again, we're tying the hair. If you want any of your bun to be a little bit looser, you can gently pull on the hair just to kind of loosen it up. Then we're going to take your braid and we're going to create a little bun. I'm just wrapping the hair around itself. Once I get to the bottom where the braid is very small, I'm making sure that the braid is just tucking underneath the big piece. Once the hair is in place, we're going to take a bobby pin. You're just going to start bobby pinning that hair in place so it doesn't move. It doesn't really matter where you put them. I try to put one in each spot. So one in the front, one in the back, one underneath, and that should be enough to keep it in place. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. So we're making sure that our braid is a little bit flat so it doesn't stick up too much. And then we're wrapping the hair around. And then once we get to this point, we're just kind of tucking the smaller piece underneath the bigger braid. So when we bobby pin, we just see mainly the bigger braid and not the smaller one. And that's gonna make it look a lot more full. So this is our finished look for the second hairstyle, and again, this one is super simple, but it looks really cute and put together. So you can let me know what you think of this hairstyle in the comments. This last hairstyle is the worst of them all because it requires so many little tiny elastics. There are two ways you could do this hairstyle. The first way you could do it is to Dutch braid your hair, or you could do it the way that I'm going to show you, and I think this way, although it might take a little bit longer, is easy if you don't know how to braid, and also it will fluff out bigger and more full rather than a Dutch braid. It's actually not too hard to do, it just takes a long time, and we're going to kind of use bigger sections because we would be here all night otherwise. We're going to take the first section of hair, and I'm just kind of taking this top section here, and what we're doing is we're smoothing that, and we're taking an elastic and we're just going to tie the hair into a ponytail and then gently tighten it. So this is your first section. We're going to take your next section, and I'm going about where the ends of my eyebrows are, around the temple area, and you can just use your fingers, go all the way back. You can try and smooth it as much as you can, and then we're going to do the same thing, and we're going to tie this hair with an elastic. So the next step is to take your first section, you're going to split it into two separate sections. The back section is going to come in the front. We're going to incorporate your front section that has now been split around the back into the next section of hair. So this next section, as you can see, the first is now in our third section, and we're going to incorporate that hair as one. Take an elastic and tie the hair. We're doing the same thing. So we're splitting the second section of hair into two. We're taking the third section that we just tied, bringing it forward, and now this section, the second, is going with our fourth. So I'm just going to gently clip that there. So now we're taking our next section, and now our second is incorporated. And we're going to take an elastic and tie the hair in place. And we're continuing this motion all the way down. So now this is our third section, splitting it, taking our fourth, and bringing it forward. So now with your next section, then we're going to let this one down. We're going to split it. We're going to tie it all into a ponytail, and we are actually continuing this same thing all the way down. So you split this hair and then it goes underneath, and then you're going to tie it. So we're splitting this section, and then we're going to come around. The only thing about this hairstyle is it's a little bit time consuming, creating all these tiny little ponytails everywhere. Otherwise, it looks really cute. It's just extremely time consuming. And like I said, if you know how to Dutch braid, then you can also do the same thing, because it does take a long time. And having to take it out is even worse, to be honest with you. The last step is to gently pull to loosen up each little ponytail. So then we're going to do the same thing down here, loosening up to to make it very fluffy. This is the finished look. I do think that it turned out pretty similar to hers. It is kind of hard to mimic that look because she's a cartoon, but to be honest with you, the hairstyle looks really cool. It just takes a long time. Those were the 3 K-pop Demon Hunter hairstyles, all complete. I want you to please comment below which of these hairstyles was your favorite. I feel like I've really been on a good run of making videos and uploading every week at the same time. I've been uploading a new video every Wednesday, so if you want to continue to see more videos from me, then make sure that you hit the bell icon, hit the subscribe button, so that way you don't miss an upload from me. If you want to see daily uploads from me, then you can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram. They're both at Brianna Bappert. I really hope that you enjoyed this quick and simple video of some easy and cute hairstyles to try out. I hope that you have a great day, evening, or night wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you in my next video.